For breakfast today, we are going to the family barn because I thought it was hilarious. This is the cucumber bloody and this one is the pepper bloody. We're crossing into North Carolina now. We are at Sunset Beach in North Carolina, and there's also the Bird Island Coastal Reserve. Trying to get out to the Kindred Spirit Mailbox, but it's kind of far, so we'll see. That's the map. So it's pretty much a straight walk, but kind of far. And then here are the birds of the reserve. There are also turtles on the reserve, so I don't think it's the hatching season, but there's the info here. There are actually people out on the beach sitting in chairs. It's quite nice today. Very different than Wednesday. Look at these little bird feet prints. And some tire tracks and some big human footprints. Okay, so from the parking lot where we parked, it's about a mile walk to the mailbox, and then like a little bit more towards the state line, so hopefully I'll make it there. It's kind of breezy and very cold today. My eye is watering uncontrollably, but I'll take you along with me if I make it there. Look at my eye, it's crazy. It's just watering. Definitely got threatened by a gull there. And they're huge. I don't know. I'm not a huge bird fan, but they're huge. Okay, so there's a bird sanctuary, I think on the other side of the sand dunes. I almost stepped in that ew. Too fast. Meeting of the minds. I don't know what this is, but that's the second one. It's kind of gross. Is it a jellyfish? I don't think so, maybe. That's how far I came. Still got some space to go this way. Okay, as a further update, this is really far away, so you have to really want it. I can also imagine in the summer this would be a miserable walk because it's like there's no shade whatsoever and there's like no place to stop or sit or anything. So that's just my opinion. But now I'm like so close that I can't turn around now. I also realized I don't have any mail to put in the mailbox. Oh, you're supposed to like put stuff in there, so we'll see what it's like when I get there. I'm very close. My nose is still very runny. It's very cold, so. And I'm also like, maybe I should just keep pushing a little bit further forward, you know, going south to South Carolina and North Carolina line. There's actually like a strip of rocks that's actually the dividing line between the states. So it's like not that much farther. I don't know, I'll see. There's also the most easternest part of South Carolina here as well. That's very close to the North Carolina-South Carolina line, so I might continue that way. I see it and I'm making my way over. So that is the Kindred Spirit Mailbox. So there's like a little bench there, so maybe I'll sit there a little bit and try to figure out the game plan. Okay, so it's actually a little bit off of the beach. Well, it's still on the beach, but like not right next to the shoreline. But this is the Kindred Spirit Mailbox and they have a couple of benches here. This is like where it gets hard going because up until now it's been very compacted, the sand, so this one's a little bit treacherous. Here it is, I made it. And look at the view, it's so beautiful. I made it. Okay, so inside the Kindred Spirit Mailbox are some notebooks and you can like leave some things in here. So that's the history of it. but you can write some thoughts and things in here. So I'm not going to show you what other people wrote, but just letting you know that it's in there. Okay, so you know, if you play Pokemon Go, you know, but if you go and there's like the little lore of each stop, this is a gym. By the way, everything here has been a gym for blue team, so go blue team. It's basically nobody knows who put the mailbox there, but it's been here for like 45 plus years. So that's the lore of it. Let me know if you have more information that you can share about it. That dog just walked up to the mailbox. Well, his owner's here too, but he's very excited to be here. There's a pine cone. Since I made it all the way to the mailbox, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just make it to that state line. So mind over matter right now, even though it's cold, my nose is running. I am going to make it to the state line, dang it. It almost has to be jellyfish. Here we are, somewhere around here is the North Carolina-South Carolina state line. It might be the rocks, it might not be, who knows, but very nice out here. And that's where the Bird Island Sanctuary starts. And over there is the easternmost part of, or point rather, of South Carolina. Okay, so here I am kind of straddling the state line, hopefully somewhere around here. I don't know, it's all arbitrary maps, you know. So somewhere along the way, this is the North Carolina sign, so I think that the state line might actually be further out that way, not actually the rock bar, but the rock bar makes definitely a little bit more of a picturesque sort of state line, in my opinion. But I'm not a cartographer. This beach has so many perfect shots. There's been so many, plus some sand dollars. Well, they're more like half dollars because they're kind of broken. It looks like the trash man did some wheelies out here, made some donuts. So when I was planning this trip, my mom reminded me that apparently in Walk to Remember, the Mandy Moore movie, there was like a scene where they had to be in two places at one time or something, two states. And she said that it was North Carolina and South Carolina. Let me know if they went to this beach or somewhere around here to be straddling the state line, because if so, I did it too. Somebody else went to the mailbox. They're actually writing stuff in the notebook, so I'm gonna leave them some privacy. So if you're interested, from the pier all the way to the state line, it's about 2 1/4 miles. I just did the calculation there. But it is kind of scenic. It's not too hard of a walk, especially if you stay on like the really compacted beach area here of the sand area. If you stay up where it's drier, it's obviously going to be more physically taxing, just because you're going to have to like use more of like your muscles and stuff to stay upright and not like lose your ankles and stuff. I saw this on the way there, but I didn't want to take a stop. So I'm gonna take a look quickly. Not gonna film it because I have to climb up there with some loose sand. Okay, so this is the nature trail. It's very sandy, it looks like, so definitely wear closed-toe shoes, good arch support, long pants, etc. But there are a lot of birds in there, as you would expect from the nature sanctuary, but yeah. Part of me is curious what this would be like if it was like peak season, because these beaches are so pristine. I don't know if you can see how clean they are, and there's like no trash or anything, and I'm just wondering, like, does it get crowded the whole entire way, or is it just only by the pier, or hopefully people take up care of their trash and stuff, because every beach has been so clean, and that's like not been my experience in California or Florida or other places I've been to the beach, so I'm just curious. It's getting warm now. I'm kind of sweaty. But I don't want to take off my winter coat because I've worn it for so long. I don't want to carry it either. Dog is chasing them birds. So I would say when all is said and done, it was worth it to walk out that way, but just know it's going to be about a 4-mile round trip walk. So provision accordingly, I guess. I did not, but luckily I have some snacks and water in the car, and I had a pretty hearty breakfast. I ate about half of the egg bowl. It was pretty good. It was very, very clean in there. That's the review of the restaurant if you're curious. Okay, so even more people on the beach, and we're gonna cut over to the boardwalk over there, and then walk on the solid ground rather than the sand. Made it here. It's actually a pretty long boardwalk. so like the ocean's right there, but this is like marshland. It changed so quickly in terms of terrain. This was also on the Google map. This is a sand dollar tree where people put sand dollars on. Well, in gloves apparently. That's a cute rental. It has like a putting green up back. It's also right by the boardwalk. Here is the South Carolina state line. So this is Captain Jack's. It looks a little tacky, in my opinion. Okay, so here we are at the Barefoot Landing. We're going to go to the Flying Fish Public Market and Grill for lunch. It's about 3 o'clock. Shrimp salsa. This is the fish sandwich. We're going to the boardwalk now. Found some street parking. In case you're wondering about payments, that's the price. People are out there fishing. There's actually a lot of people fishing. Here's a photo spot. Walking on this boardwalk is like totally Americana. Another one. A lot of place to play beach volleyball. Okay, we ate a really big dinner at like 3 o'clock, but decided to come back to the Tidal Creek Brew House just because we had such good service last time. This is the Beam Reach IPA, this is the Mean High Water Double IPA, and this is the Lemonade Refresher. It also has some strawberries in it. We were feeling guilty about not eating vegetables, so we decided deep fried ones were the option today.